Hey guys, Chris the Midwest Bass Hunter. Today I want to talk to you about a new topwater lure I just picked up from my tackle box, the LiveTarget Commotion Shad. So here we are. It is a soft body bait, kind of like a topwater frog. It's got turned up hooks, just like a topwater frog. I'm not sure what brand hooks they use, but this is just meant to be thrown out and retrieved. It's not a walking bait or anything like that. You just chuck it out there and you wind it in. A lot like a whopper plopper or a Chapo or any of these topwater prop baits. And obviously this Colorado blade is gonna flop around in the water, make a bunch of commotion, and hopefully draw in some fish. Now, LiveTarget makes good looking lures. As you can tell, I think it looks pretty realistic. It looks just like a little fish, a little shad. They also are pretty proud of their baits. This is an expensive bait for me. This is $13, which is kind of at the top end of my range for buying baits. I like baits that are more like $4 to $6, but I will spend a little bit extra sometimes if I see something that I like. And I definitely wanted to show this to you guys, if nothing else, because I like to find lures that are different. You know, there's a lot of different lures out there that everyone have used for years, and they all work. You know, lots of them work really good, but I like to try and find that stuff that's new and upcoming and just a little different. It kind of brings a little different edge to it, and this is definitely one of those. So I'm gonna tie this on, we'll drag it around, see what it looks like. I'll see if I can get it like an underwater looking up at it, kind of see how the fish might see it. Alright, let's talk about this bait a little bit. It looks kind of cool in the water. It makes a little bit of ruckus, and I could see where it would have its uses. This bait, the color is called Pearl Blue Shad. I'm sure they make them in all different kinds of colors. It's 3.5 inches and it weighs 5/8 of an ounce. Here's the deal with this bait. It's not going to compete with the whopper plopper, but there is a couple spots where this bait could shine. So something I noticed about this bait, when you cast it, obviously it casts really nice. It's heavy bait, so I can chuck it a mile, no problem. But when I have a tough time getting the bait to start, I mean, it really wants to dive when I start it. And I've got the rod tip way up in the air, so you know, with other prop baits too, you want to have the rod tip kind of up in the air a little bit, not down towards the water. That kind of helps that blade, you know, do what it's supposed to. Not blade, I'm sorry, the prop. And this is kind of the same way, but it, like when I cast it out there, I let it sit for a minute and it still wants to dive when I start to reel. So about a third of the way back through the cast, then it will start to kind of do what I think it's supposed to. So that, you know, I'm not too pleased with that. I want it to be able to, I want that blade to start kicking right away, not have to, you know, lose a third of my cast to get that thing going. Certainly not for 13 bucks. So I don't know, maybe if this was coming straight out, it would be a little different, but with it down in the water, I don't know, I'm not sure. So the good thing about this bait is you can fish it in a lot of places. You cannot fish you know, a whopper plopper or another big prop bait because you don't have big treble hooks hanging off the bottom of this thing. You got just these upturned hooks like on a hollow body frog. So you can throw this thing in heavy cover, you know, and start it in heavy cover and maybe bring it into some open water, or you throw past the cover and reel up to the cover. I don't know how much. Obviously, when it's on top of a mat or something, you can just pull it along like you would a frog, and fish are going to see it and they're going to come up and get it. The tail's probably not going to do much there. But so I just don't know about this bait. I really don't think I would buy this bait again for the cost of it. I mean, I can do the same thing with, you know, a Teckle Sprinkler Frog, or even the Booyah Toad Runner. Kind of acts the same way, but you know, it works right off the bat. You don't have to kind of fiddle with it to get it to run right. So it's an interesting bait, but for the price, I'm not in this bait. If it was a little bit cheaper, I'd, you know, if it was half the cost, I could justify having one in my tackle box. So thanks for watching today. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that little bell so you don't miss any of our great content. I love to do lure reviews, love to show you guys new stuff, new to me, and sometimes new to the industry. But subscribe, hit that little bell so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching.